Your Rolex is worth a lot of money, so selling it is a smart move. You shouldn't pass up the opportunity to make a lot of money off of your used Rolex because of its high demand. After all, a pre-owned Rolex is one of the most desirable commodities on the market, while the value of almost everything else declines as soon as it is put to use. The case is different for Rolex timepieces. Rolex watches not only maintain their worth, but can actually increase in price over time. Keep in mind that you must be cautious when selling your Rolex watch. You must employ the proper strategies to sell your items and make the most profit from it. There are a few things you should be aware of prior to selling your watch today. Before selling your old Rolex watch, here are the 8 most important things you should know. Welcome to Lux Life, and when it comes to luxury and lifestyle, we've got you covered. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Now, let's start. Number 1. Check your Rolex watch's current condition. Your price for a pre-owned Rolex depends greatly on its condition. New old stock refers to an item that has never been worn, yet it is still in perfect condition. If the timepiece is in pristine condition, it might fetch a high price. Authenticating a vintage Rolex and determining its quality is more difficult. However, collectors value items with visible evidence of age, such as faded dials or hands. If your Rolex has been passed down through the generations, it needs a thorough inspection before you put it up for sale. Number 2. Make sure to have the original papers when you first bought your watch. Before getting your Rolex assessed, search for the original packaging and documentation. Even though the watch can be sold without the original packaging, it typically fetches a higher price when packaged in its original packaging. Due to the popularity of counterfeit watches, these authentic extras, especially the paperwork, might assist you in verifying that your Rolex is authentic. You're lucky if you still have the original receipt. The purchasers will be able to estimate how much you paid for the model if you display it to them. This may also discourage potential purchasers from providing you with a low price. Number 3. Research your watch's market value. Learn everything there is to know about your Rolex. Find out as much as you can about the material and the model's background. Learn how much interest there is and how much it's worth. Consult a specialist on the subject of watches and learn what other people who have owned the same model have to say about it. If you don't, you'll be speechless in front of a group of highly trained buyers who will spin you different tales based on what they find appealing. Do you own a Rolex timepiece? Have you ever sold it? How much did it cost? And how was your experience? Let us know in the comments below. Number 4. Once you know your watch's market value, set your price. After gathering the necessary information, you'll have a fair estimate of how much your watch will cost. Now, you may speak with sellers and possible buyers, observe what they're offering, and determine your price range. If you maintain track of all your receipts, you're in luck. If you bring the original receipt to the buyer of the watch, this will show the appraiser how much you spent on the Rolex when you first purchased it, which will assist them in determining its value. It may help prevent them from lowballing you if you present maintenance and repair receipts. Number 5. Get all information necessary, especially its reference number. Even if you've already lost your receipt, don't worry about it. If you don't have the original receipt for your Rolex watch and can't remember how much it cost, just look at the watch for the reference or model number. The 4 to 6-digit number on the side of the watch case can only be seen if the watch band is taken off. If you have the original paperwork or manual that came with your watch, you'll probably find this number there as well. This number will help you plan your study and figure out how much it is worth. Number 6. Check and get the serial number for your watch. Both the reference number and the serial number of your Rolex watch are essential pieces of information. The serial number in your Rolex watch might provide information about the year in which it was manufactured. Each Rolex watch has its own unique serial number that can only be found on that particular timepiece. The serial number of your Rolex watch should never be displayed in images or online postings due to the ease with which counterfeit Rolex watches can be produced. Number 7. Take high-quality photos of your Rolex timepiece. When trying to sell anything as expensive as a Rolex, having images of the object that are of good quality, high resolution, and clear is absolutely necessary. Take pictures of your watch from both the front and the rear with your camera. Ensure that you shoot it from a variety of perspectives and that the area is adequately illuminated. You can also photograph all the documents, allowing the buyer to quickly assess their current condition and arrive at a more accurate valuation based on their examination of the photographs. Number 8. Find a reputable buyer for your watch. You must find a trustworthy buyer for your expensive item. If you wish to obtain a good price, Rolex watches are quite expensive. Therefore, you should conduct research to ensure that you are not overcharged rather than using an auction site like eBay or meeting someone on Craigslist. It is preferable to find a reputable jeweler. Typically, these options are riskier than they are worthwhile, and you could lose both the money and the watch if you choose to pursue them. Pawn shops are a quick way to obtain cash, but they will not give you as much as someone who knows the value of your luxury watch. You should think about factors like the buyer's reputation, location, customer ratings, reviews, and so on while making your decision. What they tell you here should give you a good idea of whether or not you can trust them. You should also think about whether you want to sell, consign, or trade in your used Rolex. Selling it outright is the fastest way to get money, but it usually brings in the least. You often get more money when you sell something on consignment, but it can take longer. No matter which way you choose to sell your used Rolex, we always say to buy the seller and choose the option with the best reviews, reputation, and resources. You'll get more money for your used Rolex and a faster sale if you keep all of these tips in mind. Using these guidelines can calculate how much you would be able to acquire for one of the most expensive luxury items. If you want to make the most money when selling your Rolex, follow the tips we provided. Good luck! If you enjoy this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, click subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive updates in our latest videos. Also, feel free to leave us a comment if you want to watch more videos. Head on over to our channel to see more from Lux Life. See you!